LPT, set all your autofill passwords with one digit too many, so when you go to log in you press backspace once. If someone uses your computer and tries to log in, the password won't work. Computers.
Alternatively, use MFA and don't leave your password manager unlocked.
Real LPT right here. Always in the comments.
What's MFA?
Multi-factor authentication.
Don't have the browser store your passwords. Like some have already mentioned, use an external password manager which will require a password of some sort to even use. While Bitwarden is currently free, that could change at any moment just like it did with LastPass. KeePass has always been free and has some mobile apps and extensions that can help integrate it into your ecosystem when paired with a cloud storage provider, Dropbox, OneDrive, iCloud, etc.
Bitwarden is not only free, it's also open source, so it's highly unlikely that would change. KeePass is also good.
Don't let other people use your computer. If you must, create a guest login for them to use. I work in it and I would never let anyone else use my computer on my profile for anything.
This is the best LPT I've seen in months. Thanks.
I like the one where you pour cement into your toilet bowl to prevent others from using it.
That is truly a SH Life Pro Tip wink. I'll let myself out.
LPT, you are under no obligation to talk to someone just because they started talking to you. Social. Edit, to those who are bringing up examples like roommates, co-workers etc., not being obligated to talk to someone doesn't mean that it's always a good idea to not talk to someone. Smile. The idea is that if you don't want to talk to someone, and there isn't a good reason to talk to them anyway, then you don't have to.
I'm not talking to you.
Now you're getting it.
Vegemite beaver.
No, that's my cousin.
Okay, but how do you get away from them without being rude? When I bump into co-workers, I don't mind saying hello, how's it going, but the conversation goes from one thing to the next and it's been who knows how long, 15 minutes later. Now I try to avoid two of them specifically, but they always seem to trap me. I've walked away to leave for the night after saying bye a couple of times when the guy even came out into the parking lot still trying to tell me the story even as I said no, I got to go, and kept walking to my car.
You can tell them, I'd love to chat but I'm slammed with work obligations, or my boss frowns upon personal conversations during work hours etc. etc.
If you see someone doing that, walk up to you, don't slow down, don't make eye contact, just keep walking wherever you were headed and tell them, I'm good, thanks.
You're under no obligation to not be rude. It may be rude from their perspective, but objectively there is no rudeness in not wanting to engage with someone.
My LPT is based on a general absolute, but in that situation, it sounds like your coworkers may have issues recognizing boundaries, and following through on actually leaving like you did is absolutely better than letting them keep holding you verbally hostage. Smile.
If they think it's rude, so what? When you bump into them. Hi, how's it going? Good. I'm late, I gotta go. See you. Smile. Be happy. Walk away. The end.
Just tell them, dude, I need to take a shit / use the bathroom, let's talk later. Then go to their desk and take a shit. Then continue the conversation as if all is well. Which it is, as it's not your desk.
You are under no obligation to entertain their conversation. Especially co-workers and especially after work. If they find it rude, guess what? They won't continue to do it. Win-win. Worried about them talking behind your back? Most likely they already are. About you, about the person they hang out with the most at work, the boss, and the clients. Who cares? Take care of your own feelings and don't worry about babysitting others.
Your time is the most valuable thing you have. Don't feel guilty for appearing rude to someone who's trying to waste it.
They're not doing that by accident, they're purposely harassing you. You have to be more firm when telling them to go. Don't dance around the fact that you can talk. Specifically say you can't talk, and say bye, and then leave. Going through the same thing as you.
You got to learn the art of the white lie. No need to be rude, just lie and say you got somewhere you got to be or someone that is waiting on you. Though if you are continually cornered, it gets to a point, a blunt response like, Hey, I like you and you're a good coworker, but I don't have time for the friends I've known all my life. I'm not looking for new friendships.
Maybe it's rude of them to just assume you want to talk to them and disturb your moment of zen. I guess the whole point in this post is, so what if you're rude? You don't wanted to talk to them and that's enough justification.
Just tell them, sorry, I have to go, I have explosive diarrhea.
I had a guy I used to work with where I just started telling him I was of the clock and didn't have to talk to him anymore.
The badger don't care, the badger don't give a sh.
The marmite is salty enough without strangers trying to interrupt my foraging.
If you're ever in a conversation with someone you know and want to, get out of it immediately, but they seem to be in the middle of a long story or won't stop for you to end it, reach over and lightly touch the person's arm, which will usually interrupt them momentarily enough to say, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I'm in a hurry and need to go. Can we pick this up later? Thanks.
You are under no obligation to do anything ever, as long as you are fine with the consequences of not doing it. I'm not making a facetious remark, this is an extremely important realization as a human being. Most people spend 90% of their energy on meaningless things they don't even want to. There's no God judging you, there's no karma, no nothing.
Damn, I needed these words. I have been worrying extremely hard about dumb things because there is karma, there is a God judging me, etc.
You know perfectly well what right and wrong is for you, and it has nothing to do with fear or guilt. Those things come from the outside, on the inside you have your own moral system that you innately understand.
Try not to be in a hole, though.
LPT, if you are flying with someone, make sure to divide your clothes. Traveling. 50% of your clothes in your partner's luggage and the other half in yours. If one bag gets lost, you'll still have something to dress when you arrive to the destination.
I always put 2 full outfits in my carry-on in case a bag gets lost. Or my connecting flight gets cancelled, causing me to stay overnight and I don't want to drag my huge luggage to the airport hotel. Glares at O'Hare.
It's always O'Hare. Never connect through O'Hare.
If I had had the choice, I never would have even breathed in O'Hare's direction. But it was a work ticket and the cheapest route, so, woozy face.
I live 90 miles from O'Hare, everything goes they O'Hare here, I have no choice, disappointed face.
In theory this is LPT, but the practicality of this assumes you both share an equal love of clothes, equal packing proficiency and an equal sense of what not to put in luggage. With my spouse I most times end up repacking both bags so that there is not a massive overflow of stuff into my, folded to the density if Maplewood, bag. Went on a 10-day trip with a friend. I took a massive suitcase with all my clothes and a telescope. He took a single 1940s case that was hand luggage suitable, with just a couple of changes of clothing.
Joey, can I be wearing any more of Chandler's clothes? Cross-packing is good, but try the up-in-the-air movie methods and do not check any bags.
This is the real tip. Save yourself 20+ minutes upon arrival and never lose your bag.
My carry-on is already her 3rd bag.
I tried this, but my friend's shorts were so small that my balls kept showing.
And if going on a sun holiday, make sure you have shorts and a t-shirt in your carry-on.
This has saved me on more than one occasion. Live on the wild side, and put both your and your partner's luggage into just one big bag. For fun.
SLPT version: cut your clothing into thirds, and distribute between 3 suitcases. You can sew them back up later.
Creepy dudes be like, hello female friend I travel with, let's split clothes in case one of our luggages goes missing. I'll take all your panties and bras, you take whatever you want.
LPT, if you're planning on visiting San Francisco, please for the love of God do not leave anything of even a vague resemblance of value in your car, or your windows will get smashed and you'll lose it. Traveling. I'm not talking about a laptop or a purse. I'm talking about a hoodie, a blanket, a travel mug, a USB cable, or heaven forbid a few coins in plain sight. Hell, even kids' toys aren't safe. Tinted windows are practically a guarantee your windows will get smashed. The biggest pain in the ass is getting the windows replaced, not necessarily whatever gets stolen. Buddy of mine who used to live in Lower Haight got his car windows smashed so often he decided to just leave them down one night. He woke up to find 3 homeless people sleeping in his car.
Last time my window got smashed, they took everything, even broke the dashboard to get the CD player. Everything except for the prescription Ray-Ban sunglasses. I like to think that they took pity when trying them on. Yeah, true mole sight.
They wanted you to see what they did. Devilish.
If today was a day I'd gotten a free reward, it'd be this comment here. Someone broke into my car a few years ago and they went through my CD collection but didn't take any. It made me sad that even a lowly thief had better taste in music than me.
It's why a lot of SF tourists don't take this LPT seriously. It's only a hoodie, surely no one's going to break my windows over that. Hardly anyone grows up in a place where roving groups of organized criminals smash rows of car windows. It's too hard to fathom. These groups only have 2 seconds to look inside your car. If they see anything, it means you're a tourist, so they break a window to double-check the trunk.
I used to leave empty Taco Bell wrappers and fast food bags on the floor of my car. Worked like a charm.
Yep. Leave it looking trashed out. I would also never wash my car when I had to park in any big city.
The real advice here is to open a vehicle window repair shop in downtown San Francisco and make absolute bank.
Why are your tinted windows even cheaper than the non-tinted ones?
Thanks for the F-Shack. Dirty Mike and the boys.
This happened to me, 15 to 20 meters inside an In-N-Out Burger and the car windows were smashed. They took laptop bag, I was dumb, and luggage but left a $20,000 server box in the back. We called the cops and talked to the manager of the burger shop and they said the camera pointing at the parking lot was broken. I walked around the parking lot a bit waiting for the cops to arrive and I saw literally dozens of piles of broken glass like this was a common occurrence. I read an article a month or so later that described a shipping container filled with stolen laptops headed for refurbishing and resale back to the US. So the cycle goes, buy, greater than stolen, greater than refurbished, greater than rebuy.
It wouldn't matter if the camera is functional, lol, the cops are not going to look for your stuff.
LPT, when you put your bag down next to you at the airport, put your leg through one of the straps. No one will be able to steal your bag from under you. Traveling.
And then for hilarity, go right ahead and forget that you've done this and head off for a cup of tea.
Alternative LPT, put your leg through the strap of your bag so you don't accidentally forget your bag when you get up.
Just put it in your lap at this point or don't doze off.
Step 1, follow this LPT. Step 2, forget you followed this LPT. Step 3, stand and try to walk away quickly. Step 4, get tripped by your bag and eat SHT.
Step 5, in the ensuing chaos, have someone steal your bag from under you.
Step 8, profit.
Good for any public transportation like riding the bus, subway, or train. Did it a lot myself when I'd want to take a nap on the way to work.
I used to do this back in the university library when I would fall asleep for a few hours.
I think you were using the library wrong.
It's that place that you go to sleep and stream some movies while eating, yes.
Instructions unclear, I've been stolen with my bag.
LPT, if you feel tired and want to sleep with kids in the house, tell them to wake you up in about 30 minutes so we can start cleaning the house and they will do literally anything to avoid waking you up. Miscellaneous.
My mom tried this. I woke her up, wanting to be a good kid but also ready to cry because I did not want to clean. Oh, thank you for such good behavior and waking me up when I asked you to. You can go play for another hour.
Great tip. For me, I just got my kids used to nap time etc. and now they have no issue with it. 1 to 2 hour nap and you get to stay up with dad 2 hours late. They love it. Big thing is to make sure you don't do anything that they'll feel left out on.
It's a good idea, but don't forget that kids are clumsy AF. They'll make noise every 2 to 5 minutes and be like, shh, you'll wake her up. And the shh will get louder every time.
That reminds me of my mom. When my dad slept after his night shift, He said that all he could hear was my mom saying, "Shh, you'll wake daddy up."
I'd have been afraid of getting in trouble if I didn't wake them.
Not for me yet. My toddler, while having no sense of time, also loves the vacuum and hates seeing anyone sleeping nearby and will actively try to wake them.
My toddler is a downright menace to nap around. Sometimes I wake up to her gently brushing my hair. Sometimes I wake up to her slamming a toy car into my groin. Sometimes I wake up to her pinching my nose shut and demanding we watch Minnie Mouse Bow-toons. Life is a constant barrage of excitement.
Absolute menaces. Recently shaved my head, woman, and I sleep so much better because I don't have little fingers pulling my hair in frustration, or attempting to lovingly run his fingers through my hair like I do to him. But it's usually fingers up my nose or in my belly button, feet in my ribs, headbutts to my eyebrow or cheekbone because he's still too tired to hold his head up but wants to be awake. And it always seems that he only puts his butt near my face when he's gassy. But that first smile in the morning or after nap time and a good morning mama, it's time to wake up seems to be an effective memory wipe for me.